Well, good morning, afternoon, whatever it might be on this Friday in your time zone. Welcome aboard Flying with Mike with the spirit of Hong Kong sitting on the ramp here as we prepare. Well, we're going to give it a try one more time. Glutton for punishment, call me. But we're going to try this again. We're sitting on the line here in the Philippines. Those of you in the military, especially any in the audience of the Vietnam age, will know this place. Actually, Cold War will know this place. I knew it when I was in. I was Cold War veteran. Um, Clark Air Base, now Clark International, and don't even try to get me what they want it to be called. Just won't be able to pronounce it. So we are on the line here, getting ready for departure. Yes, a lot of changes have happened since the handover of this base and Subic Bay, a few miles west of here towards the ocean for the Navy. Uh, the Philippines are turning them into pretty good airports for their airlines. There's a new terminal going up on the northern side, aside from what most veterans would know. I've actually never been here, so I don't even know what it looked like. I stayed at a little podunk place called Scott Air Force Base. Oh, I work on the other side of the tree line now that got built after I left Mid America Airport. So, anyway, we are here at Clark Air Base. Love flying into this place. This is a fun airport to fly into. You might like Manila. Manila's fun. It's got all the traffic and all the hustle and bustle of a big city. Out here, it's just kind of fun. I like flying from this place. Um, it is fun to. We came up from Cebu, which is another of the larger cities here in the Philippines, into here, and now we're going to go out in, well, the spirit of Hong Kong, Cathay Pacific, and we are heading, well, the hint right might be here if you haven't read the title yet. The hint is right here. 97. Shopcock was not around. Actually, I take that back. It might have been being built at that time. Um, but Kai Tak was the airport of Hong Kong. Oh, and the reason Kai Tak is no longer is, yes, they really didn't have any major, I mean, they had, I'm sure, some crashes, but nothing super major. Where, but they did have a lot of damaged aircraft, a lot of damage to the airport. You see the approach, you'll understand why. It was a very simple yet challenging approach because you're basically flying, while granted you're flying with your instruments, but you're basically aiming at a target and then turning for your runway and hoping your wings get level before you're on the runway. So that's what Kai-Tak was all about. Analogous, two airports come straight to mind: Washington, Reagan, and the Rivers approach, Juneau, and the LDA into runway 8. All airports now, Juneau, you get time to do that. Reagan, you don't get a lot of time. So they're pretty, but you're also, I think Kai-Tak does it a little further back than Reagan, but the if you watch any videos, I love that view, how they look. Oh my God, they look like they're way off the approach path. And maybe they were, but it's just they look so high, but yet they hit right on the mark. So welcome to professional flying, if you will. But anyway, the Spirit of Hong Kong, beautiful livery that Cathay came up with. They did this on a 400, I believe, as well. It was in the 2000s, but I like this one. This one's pretty cool. So, all right, so enough chitty chat. Let's get up in the cockpit and get going. I have done quite a bit. Matter of fact, let me see where we stand. Oh, we got everybody aboard and all the cargo loaded. So there, we're good to go. I actually did it, folks, in the real time. the loading here. Fuel, I don't. I have a hard time with that one. So, recapping real quick, basically when the first officer gets in here, he comes over here, pops the battery on after doing a couple checks to make sure, everything's the way it should be. Standby power, calls to make sure the chocks and the external power is connected to the plane, and then connects it to the electrical bus on the plane. Next up, he then begins doing what we're going to do. Now, I went ahead and got the galley power on so the flight attendants behind me can start doing their thing. We just need to do some checks of emergency equipment and get the you-know-what out of here. All right. We'll hold on the APU for just a second here. Let's do a quick check. Okay. Fire alarm check. I could start the APU, but I like to just keep moving with that theme. And that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to come on down. Let's get the trim air on. I forgot this one day and I didn't realize it. Get the recirculators on. And I think we're good. We don't have any air to the plane, so it is what it is until we do. And then squibby test. Basically, if you see this word here, test, 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 got a test to do. All right, now why I came all the way down here. It was hard to see last flight because it was a little bit on the dark side. See the lights on the 4T handles going on and off. The cargo light going off there, so those all tested good. While we're here, let's pop the test for the equipment cooling, lower section, half cargo, and we just did the cargo fire check. Well, next up will be wind. Oh, try that again. Wing heat, test 1, test 2. Coming down, we check. We're still on ground power. We're still with the entry door open. Let's do a lamp test. See, if I see the word test, we're testing. All right, so hey, those all tested good. Coming down, anti-skids, all our lights look good here. And then we're going to do our gear check. And all we're checking are the door lights. Now these two are out, and we'll show them here in a moment. Okay, potable water looks good. And we got a primary anti-skid landing here. Check as well. And then our fuel jettison panel. All right, moving into the center. Let's do a quantity check of our hydraulics. We've already got system 4 on, so it's charged. What is the altimeter here? Well, helps if I go to RPLC. There we go. We are showing, hang on, 1012, which is 2988. 2988 will go there and there. We'll get them up front here in a minute. Altitude today, 36,000, so we'll set 37 here, and we're in auto. Okay, so our hydraulics and pressure system is set, power set. Coming down. All right, let's do a gate. Do we have our takeoff weight on this page or not? $559,936. That'll work. Okay, let's do a gauge check. And we're good. All right. boost check. And again, when we do this on the checklist, remember folks, it will be probably, unless I get to it beforehand, we'll probably have to do this again. Just checking lights. Crossfeed check. Okay. And you're just making sure the lights come on, go off. All right, fuel check good, fuel used, reset. Remember, usually it's in a turnaround, so these gauges are already used. All right, so last we'll come over to here, checking our engines. Oil quantities look good. Let's get our panel lights brought up. And let's do our test. Looks like all the little light bulbs are a-working. Okay, so we are now ready to go. I've been tied up with flight plan changes because I forgot. To fly KITAC, folks, you cannot, hang on a second, you can't just type it in and fly it, okay? So you can't just do this and expect it to load. Notice how I had to do this, RPLC to the new Hong Kong airport. So the route today, I had to go back in, look at a chart, and get it ready. Here is the arrival. Well, let me first make sure it's loading properly. Don't mind, I always like to do that. Where's my chart? Oh, that's what I wanted. Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right. Good deal. I just want to always try to make sure I don't come up on a screen I don't want up. All right. So here's what we're gonna fly. So we're gonna fly from Philippines. We got a specified route. It's MALIB, Mali 1C to MALIB to SANRO, Noman. Then we're going to go direct to the CHVOR SCNDB RWNDB and shoot the approach. That's why I have TD. What this allows is this chart you see here. This is CH. Hang on. You're not seeing this. Okay, so this is CH. We're going to travel up 045 to our NDB here, which happens to be aiming at the checkerboard. Now, normally the checkerboard is flown like this, and then you make the turn. We're going to actually come around the horn. Okay. And then shoot the approach into KITAC. Yeah, I mean, right now that looks kind of like, what the heck are you planning on doing here? Here is the other problem with KITAC. You cannot get current charts for an airport that has not existed in over 20 plus years. The word current would be, well, kind of wrong. So that's your other problem, folks. So that's why I set it up. So basically, the flight plan that you just saw is going to fly us to here, to here, to here, to here, to the new Hong Kong airport. Surprise! We're not going there. So So that's what we're doing today. And that's why I'm really trying not to show Sim Toolkit completely because it's real confusing when you look at it. Actually, I could probably get away, but we are not even flying what SimBrief came up with. We're flying the ZFW, but we're not flying the number of people and the cargo. I went with cargo and people, so I kind of altered a little. All right, and then our VNAV is 36,000. Okay, we head back to legs, head over to this one, put it on progress, back, back. Okay, then you come, okay, once you have your power on, you come here, you got a handful of checks to do here, and you're going to be doing stuff up top here. Getting the alignment started. Folks, with the INS system, this is where all the time consumption goes in setting up a flight. Goes into aligning the INS. Then once you have it aligned, you can only put the first 9 fixes in. Now on this flight, that might be fine, but you're going from, say, LA to Europe, you'll do it in stages. So that is why I don't use the INS system. One of a couple. Went through it yesterday as we went through a really horrid stream with OBS and everything just battling, and we ended up with 7 separate videos for Twitch. One which is released, folks, so if you want to watch it, I will first off say it's like watching 3 movies in one because it's 7 hours long. But if you wanted to, you will see it hopefully uncut, but only know when the problems happen because I make mention of them. So had I stayed quiet, you would never know on the video there was actually live stream issues in play. But Charter upsets me quite a bit, so I'm not a big fan of theirs. So anyway, now let's get over here to where are we at here? The performance. We'll get back to this in a second. So here's our loadout for today, folks. Packs count, we have 235 Brave Souls coming aboard. Actually turned into a pretty good landing in the Bay Area yesterday. Running about 81,900 on the payload and the zero fuel weight of 468,589. So we're throwing 93,987, more than enough fuel in her. Our alternate is nearly 600 miles away, and I really don't know why they picked that one, but they did, and got to go with what they give you. So that is why. I just still, just can't believe we couldn't have got something closer. All right, so there you go, folks. There's our pre-flight. We're all set, ready to go. Let's head over here. We're going to get our calculations made real quick, and then we're going to blast off. Just need SimBrief and charts. Okay, our runway today is, which one are we using? Let me see my winds. Oh, I think runway, well, let's see. If, let's see. Manila is using 2 4s, so they'll probably put us on the 2 0s as well. We're close enough to them, that's why. So just looking at my flight plan. Yeah, we're planned for 20. Okay. All right, so runway length. I'm showing a runway at 10,500 feet. Airport elevation of, we'll call it 500 feet just because you can't do these numbers. Runway heading of 203, so that'll be 200. And a slope of, wow, it said 6. Runway's dry. Temperature here is a balmy 28 degrees. And we said 88. All right, wind 360 at 2. That's why. Okay, so it's literally a calm wind. All right, there's all of our data, folks. Now, with the load we have, I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 10. So our V1 will be 125, folks. That's the safety speed. If something major happens, like an engine out, we abort takeoff before this speed. After this speed, we have to commit to flight, or if it's really bad, we're going off the end. 132 for rotate, 149 for our clearing of a 50-foot obstacle, otherwise known as V2. Then our flap up speeds, all the way to 222, and then we'll set the speeds. Trim will be 3.1, initial pitch of 17 on takeoff, and 301 above 10,000. Okay, and our speeds are set. All right, I think we're ready to crank up this thing and see what we can do. Frame rates are running a little better. Just not really, would like them a little more so we don't run into trouble. So we'll, plus I'd like to keep control a little bit on this one because of the approach we're flying. So we'll stay offline again.
Checklist, please. Gear lever and lights. Down and check. Brakes. Parked. Start levers. Off. Radios. On and check. Flight control hydraulic power. On. INS. Check and nav. Compasses. Slaved. Window heat. On. Seatbelts and no smoking. On. Emergency lights. Armed. Exterior lights. Flight instruments. Check. Altimeters and clocks. 1014. Set and cross check. Radio INS switches. Radio. Radar and transponder. Standby. Indicator lights. Check. Engine and wing anti-ice. Off. Stall warning. Check. Mach airspeed warning. Check. Auto brakes. Check and off. Body gear steering. Damn.
Wait a minute. I had that set. Did I not flip the switch? Oh.
Arm. Anti-skid. On. Autopilot and flight director. Check and off. Takeoff warning. Hold on. Check. Auto flight enunciators. Check. GPWS. Check. Instrument warning. Check. Flight director computer selectors. Check. Instrument source selectors. Normal. Reserve brake valve. Closed. Spoilers. Down. Static selectors. Normal. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. Brake pressure. Check. Stabilizer trim. Check and on. Rudder and aileron trim. Check. Checklist completed.
All right, let's do the flight engineer panel.
Battery on. APU panel. Check. Auxiliary power. Check. Engine oil quantity. Check. Fuel quantity. 93987 pounds. Fuel panel. Wait.
Okay. We're going to wait because I also want to get the APU fired up. Wait for the door close light to go out. Now you're going, well, if you do it that way, then how are you going to have your fuel pumps on? It turns on automatically the one it wants. Okay, so let's check our APU. Okay, we got good voltages and hertz, good. All right, so we can come on the APU gen and bleed valve. Okay, let's check number 2 real quick. Okay, got them all on. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our fuel pumps on, get ready for pushback.
Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed controls. Wait. Check and set. Hydraulic quantity. Check. EPR computer. Let's see.
Okay, I've got that set to takeoff dry. They wanted it go around. That makes sense, but we're on takeoff dry. And all that means is kind of like a little bit of a D-rate on the takeoff. So just skip over that one or check it.
Circuit breakers. Check. Indicator lights. Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. This. Fire control and wing overheat panels. Check and set. Equipment cooling. Check. Passenger oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel. Check and set. Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off. ADPs off. Checklist completed.
All right, so we're after start now, so we're good to go. I am going to go ahead and well, first off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of the entire crew, welcome aboard the Boeing 747 Classic. We will depart shortly after we have our clearance and the cabin crew is finished with their preparations. For now,
Bad attitude, welcome aboard. You're having a great week and ready for the weekend. welcome in as we make a run on Kaitak. All right, so we've got our welcome done. Let's get this popsicle ready to go. Let me check something here quick. Okay, we are on the gens. Okay. I don't want to disconnect and not be.
Cockpit to ground. Disconnect ground power.
Ground power disconnected.
Time for better pushback.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Hang on a second. We'll be right back with 0. Yeah. Come out. Oh, do out. We want to come out this way and down F5. Hang on. Let me take a look here. Oh, I'm glad I looked. It looks like a back taxi. Okay, I'm glad I looked. All right, we are going to come down F5, work our way as far as we can, get on the runway, back taxi, and head on. All right, so now I know which way to face.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Okay, go ahead, remove chocks.
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks.
Chocks removed.
All right, folks. All that's going on.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Go ahead and get my ACARS program up and running. Not flying for Pan Am today. It's Millennium Aviation, Mac Air, and it just takes a few minutes for this one to come alive.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Hang on a second, folks. I want to get sounds. Help us out a little bit here with V1 at 125. 132. 149. Save. come on. There. 742. Okay, that'll work. Hit that, and we are on their map. It's only Tuesday for you. Yeah, I feel you. I have to work tomorrow too, so Saturday. 24-hour shift, and then we're off Sunday, Monday. So, you know, hey, it's not as bad as it could be. All right, let's make sure we're ready to go. Beacons on. Ahead and release the brakes. All right, cleared to push. Face south.
Parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, we're going to light them up, as he said.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Okay, we're going to this time use System 1.
Starting engine 3.
Start valve open.
And it isn't going to go anywhere real soon because I still have packs on.
%, and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Hey. And you can see the number 3 engine here lighting up.
Starter off.
Now, if you haven't hidden X-Plane 11 from your aircraft list, accidentally start X-Plane 11, you will not get that engine stabilized. First clue, you're on the wrong one. ACF. Okay. Second clue, you're not able to connect your generators. Third one is when you push the throttles forward, they don't throttle up. So, real simple, how to get around that. What you do is come up here when you're doing your aircraft, uncheck this box that says show aircraft for older versions of X-Plane. They're all gone. They're still there, just not visible. Let's start up number 4. This one I really do need to be on. I have a hard time with it.
Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open.
Valve open. I hate when my hat switch does this. And I'm just watching. This is N2 right here. 19.
20% and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Now, for 1 and 2, I'm going to start them both together.
Starter off.
We had a lot of problems in play yesterday. That's why I didn't. Today we are. This is how you save time on a ramp so you can get moving to keep the ramp moving.
Just about done
Engine
here. Go ahead and set
stabilized.
your parking brake.
Okay. Stabilize. Parking brake.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Here we go. So
Starting engine 1.
Start of valve open.
Starting engine 2.
Start of valve open.
Okay. You can see they're both building pressure. Now, technically, you can do this with 3 and 4 as well. I always have trouble. It takes forever. So that's why I do them individually, and then we crank these two up.
20% and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
20% and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
Starter off.
Okay. Here they come up.
Starter off.
And then we're just waiting for the stabilize. 2 stabilizers you need.
Engine stabilized.
1.
And we're disconnected. Signaling pin on the right.
And
Take
that
it
was
easy,
the
have a safe
second one.
flight.
Alright, so he is also disconnected. Alright. Let me get some frequencies put in on here. 1310. Okay. Got the pens. Give him some lights. That way he knows we saw him. Okay, and we're ready to proceed. After start checklist. Alright. Okay, we need the flight recorder on. We need the start switches off. We need the beacon light on. So let's go up here. Start valve. Okay, they're all off.
Cabin crew, arm slides.
And then generators on. See how the lights are going out? If they don't go out and they don't click in, guess what? Got bad news for you, boss. I've done it many a time, folks, so it's not like I'm saying and preaching to no choir, because I have done it. All right.
All doors are closed and armed.
Now you hear how you can barely hear?
And on behalf of our captain
I can
and the
turn her
entire
up
crew, I wish you well.
or get rid of her altogether. I can do the same on frequencies too, folks. So that's one of the things I really love about this plane. We're going to go ahead and... Okay. So we got that done. Anything else? Start anti-ice. No, we don't need that. Panel, packs, open. Warning lights, hydraulics. That we do need. And F cargo to normal. All right, let's run it.
After start checklist.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Engine and the ice.
Off.
Electrical panel. Check. Pack valves. Open. Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Okay, final.
Flaps 10.
We can do this while taxiing, but we'll just do it in EPR speed bug set, stape trim, 3 ones, what we said. That needs to be in the green band, so we just click the switch up. Band, okay. Probe heat. We can turn that on now. We got thunderstorms east. Let's go ahead and kick the anti-ice on just to be safe, y'all dampers. Flight controls. All right. Really only need these a couple times during flight. Rest of the time you can hide them. You see how it's really covering up your HSI? So that's why I run with it gone, so I can see my headings better. Seatbelts, APU, fuel head, totalizer, engine panel, F cargo heat. We're good to run it. We're going to start our taxi.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10. Parking brake released.
Takeoff data. EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Set in green band.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Check.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat. Off. Totalizer and gross weight. Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Cabin ready.
Okay, we are on our way, folks. I did have an alternate aircraft in mind if this fell apart. It didn't, so we're gonna give it a try. We're holding in the 30s. I do not know why over the States we couldn't get it into the 30s, let alone, you know, upper 20s for a majority of the flight. So we'll just, we're going to give it a try again. We're going to stay offline here, folks. There's a lot of reasoning behind it, but the big one being, we're going to Kaitak, and we're going in on an approach they may or may not know in VATSIM. I know the controllers should know it all. I've heard that one. I've heard that before. They don't. Well, so we're going to just stay offline, and got weather moving into Hong Kong to add to it, so we may actually clear the weather on here. So we'll see how the weather looks. All of these factor into whether I'll be online or not. Okay, this is our taxiway with no center line. Love it. Oh, it's right. It's an old runway. That's why. Forgot about that. There used to be a parallel here. If you're, I saw the X. I wonder if you're allowed to taxi on it. According to this, it's a good taxiway. See how it works out. According to this chart, also, there's a new terminal down here, which there is not. Alright, so. Alright, folks, we're going to go ahead and turn the first officer on so we can get an idea from taxi. Give you a little idea of what it looks like around here. Okay, I could have come down that way. And it looks like negative going all the way down. All right. But right here with this, whatever this is representing, that's where the new terminal is. All right. Clark traffic, Cathay 572 heavy, back taxiing runway 20 for departure. All right, here we go, folks. We got a back taxi. Granted, I've got plenty of runway, but I don't think Felis would like me doing that. Right, so there we go, folks. Get a little bit of a back taxi, but we'll be there shortly. But yeah, I could have taken off from that intersection, folks. Plenty of runway with the overpower in this plane. But I'll be honest, I don't know how you correct that, so it'll be what it'll be. The new terminal here, when you look at the chart in charts, looks pretty interesting. I think there is some new scenery out here for it. That was some nice lightning. Is that displaced? Nope. So we're going to have to... That is not a displaced threshold, folks. That is a blast pad. That's what the chevrons mean. All right, let's see if we're going to be able to do this. Plenty of room. All right, we said 203 down here. Let's set it real quick. Okay, so we're going to take off, button hook directly back, inbound, okay, then go out 353. Okay, so let's get down here, set EPR. Light directors on. Yeah, in a back taxi, I would already be ready to go. My bad, I'm not. 17 units, okay, so. Ready? Here we go.
Cross set.
80 knots.
V1,
V1.
rotate,
Rotate.
V2,
Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear up.
Up. Flaps 5.
Okay, distance 4
Flaps
is
1.
when I start the turn back to the airport. Doesn't really give me a...
Flaps up. Down to level off.
Okay, flaps up. Alright, I'm gonna run the after takeoff because just 1, 2 here. Next list, icing, cabin, transponders, ignitions. We didn't run that.
10,000 feet.
$10,000.
Okay, I'm going to accelerate us up to 3. Okay, we're tracking back on course here and looking to intercept our VOR. So folks, we made the departure. We actually did pretty good, and let's run it.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear lever.
Off.
Landing and logo lights.
Off.
Ignition.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking sign.
Check.
Pack valves. Open. Fuel heat. Auto. After takeoff checklist completed.
All right, let me get this set up. We're headed to MALIB. Correct. MALIB. Execute. We'll go to INS now. And turn that to INS as well. Transition level, I forgot to check, 11,000, so we can set that. And I'll be right back.
$18,000 feet.
All right, folks, sorry for that breakaway. My wife had a phone call. She works in the office here with Flying with Mike. And out of respect, we let her take those phone calls because she makes a heck of a lot more money than this guy does. To pay our bills. All right, so altitude select is on. EPR climb mode 301. We are on course INS. Headed to you know where, Kaitak. So hope y'all enjoyed the takeoff. A little shakier than the one out of JFK, but it was what it was. So, but we recovered and we're actually on our way pretty decently here. So, all right, so let's keep this going. We got about an hour to go, folks, as we climb up here to 36,000. And the setup into the Kaitak is pretty simple. We're just headed for MALIB right now, then SANRO, and then over to CH. And we fly the approach. And like I said, I may have to lower the cloud level to help us out because I'm not coming in instrument because there are no instrument arrivals we can program. The airport doesn't even exist in the nav data, so it becomes a complete visual approach, folks. So now you can work with these NDBs and the VOR to get yourself in position, but like I said, ultimately in the real world you would have tracked on a localizer to the checkerboard at a certain DME, turn for the runway, and the plan was get your wings level, final adjustments, and touch down. Sometimes didn't work that way, so wingtips and engines got scraped. Some very hard landings happened, hence the need for what we now fly into, VHHH. Hong Kong. Chaplacock, I think it's called. But, yeah. And it actually, it's unbelievable how much that airport has grown since I started to first fly in. That and Kansai, that's another man-made airport in a harbor. I do plan to hit that one here soon too. And but there's nothing tricky with either of those two airports there, folks. They're just man-made marvels of man that built these airports out in bays, mainly because of what happened at Narita. All of the domestic violence that occurred and all of that at the site. Japan decided, well, we'll just take it out to the harbor, which then upset the fishermen, but Kansai and several others were built. Man-made islands built in the bays. So, very interesting airports. Alright, so off we go through 26,000. So, folks, if you did like the content for the departure, hey, I'd love you to smash follow. Come aboard, fly with us more on these live streams. You'll get an email letting you know when we go live. But would love for you to follow us and be a part of the Flying with Mike family. If you're catching us over on YouTube, right now, this is the last flight and the last schedule I put out. We'll get one out here shortly. as to maybe the next 2 to 3 weeks of what we have going on. And that way you can, plan on joining us. All you got to do in the video that you're watching, scroll down, look for the Twitch uh, information, click on it, and then down below you'll see in the about what our flight schedule was. Like I said, this is the last one in this 2-week cycle. So, but I'll get to work and get another one going here. Also, our Discord channel is another great place to pick that up. YouTubers, oops, hang on, did that not type? There it goes. Oh, it did type, my bad. Or actually it was automatic. No, I did it. Okay. There's the invite. Come on over, check out the flight schedule, check out the YouTube postings, see if you're up to date, and enjoy, folks. And if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll get notified of new videos. So, but for now, we're just going to continue climbing out. We're going to be switching into Mach, where we're going to have, instead of it controlled by 301 IAS, we're going to control it with whatever the Mach is when we set it. All right. So again, folks, enjoy the flight. We'll be chatting with you along the way. This is not a super long flight. This is only about an hour and a half, 2-hour flight. So I hope you enjoy it. Much different from yesterday's 6. It's a roughly 5.5-hour trip to San Francisco, but we went through everything to get the plane ready to go. So that was about a 7-hour video. So hope you enjoy, folks, as we get ready to round the corner and press on to, let me find out exactly where we are. Yeah, we're about to round the corner at SANRO, headed on out to sea and towards Hong Kong. 59 minutes to go, folks. All right, we're at about 8.2 on the Mach. I'm going to wait till about 8.3, and then I'm going to let it climb via Mach indicated Mach speed. And then, again, switching into where we have the EPR set to Mach. Okay, I'm going to switch there. All right, sorry, folks. Got distracted by a text message. Yeah, no. Cable companies getting their butt out here and fixing this. All right. So, I hope your Friday's looking good. I hope your weekend's looking good. Out here in St. Louis, we have a little festival in the county seat that the county we're in the town where the county government is. Art on the Square. It's always kind of neat to go see some of the art. Some of it, like everyone, you shake your head at, go, that's art. And some of it's pretty cool. Great pictures, great imagery and all, but some of the art, I really don't, I could do that, and I wish I could make money at doing some of that. Just throw some paint at the wall and say, oh, look, it's art. Not to make fun of it too much. So, but anyway, hope you all have some great things planned. Hopefully the weather for us, Megabit, how are you? Yeah, this is a great plane. We definitely have had our challenges with it. So, I'll be right back with you all 1 second. Yeah, I had to show that text message to the CEO of the stream here, and she got the same laugh I did. Yep, your butts are coming out and looking at it, making it right. But yeah, it's a beautiful plane. We had a whale of a time with it yesterday on stream, and we could not get frame rates. I don't even know what our frame rates are running right now. This would have been awesome yesterday, but we couldn't even get anywhere near that. That 27 was really the highest we had yesterday. So I don't know what was the cause. I doubt our internet issues that also came into play had something to do with it. OBS gave us fits. It was just, oh my gosh, a perfect storm for a wow. So, but yeah, I love this plane too. All right, we're getting leveled off here. And I'll wait for it to switch off, and then I'll put it on lock. Now I need to know how far to top of descent, because you know what? I didn't plan that. 346, they're calling it. I need to look at my chart and figure that out. So, but anyway, yeah, we have that this weekend. So, matter of fact, we're going to probably go tonight to that because of me working tomorrow. Hopefully, tonight the weather holds. We've got another run of thunderstorms coming. All right, so. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, folks. I'm being, I don't know why I think I got to do that when I've got it right here. Go into cruise. And we're going to just let it build up to Mach 8.5. And get one more out of it. All right, there's Mach 8.5. We're in cruise. Let's go level yet. Altitude hold. We're in cruise, folks. I do not know how to use this EPR DECR. looking to find some good information on that. I go to Felis, and it seems like they talk way above my head. So, we'll get it, though. We'll eventually use a lot of this equipment. Maybe that's what it takes to actually do a decent run on a takeoff here. Because the 747s, the only time I've ever seen them get off that quick is with hardly any fuel, that part we have, and nothing inside. So, yeah. All right, so we are level and on our way. Okay, let's pull up the chart here so you all can see it one more time. Oh, there's Similware. Looks like maybe. Oh, it looks like the ATC's gone down. Well, but here's the chart I was talking. This is what we're referencing for the run on Kaitak. Do I have any altitudes? No. Kidding me. Oh, here we go. All right, so initial. Doesn't really say. All right, so it looks like 2,000 feet, 5.5. So if I'm reading that chart, folks, 2,000 feet here. Continue our descent all the way to the runway. Wish I had more to go on that. Like, what are we? Oh, 1,050 here. And yeah, well, we'll do our best. That's all we can do, folks. It was fun the last time we did it. Now, I found that with a simple thing called Google. You can't find current charts because they don't exist, because the airport doesn't exist. So we'll see how that goes. So we continue on, and so we're going for 2,000 there, 5.5. Let's make that 4,000 CH. Sound good? All right, so 36 minus 4 is 32 times 3 is, we'll call it 110 miles from CH. Currently. Currently, 300 miles. So Nomen's a 200-mile run. Okay, so we'll see how this goes. And I can see we're having the OBS issues again. So, Twitchers, welcome back. I will have to get in here and figure out what's going on with OBS one more time. We're not getting any kind of warning messages. You know, I haven't checked stats. All right, so we'll see if that might help. I really am not crossing my fingers. So, but anyway, again, welcome back. Sorry for the OBS disconnect. Again, this video will be up on YouTube here in a couple of days. So, definitely catch it in its full entirety as we make a run on Kaitak. Interesting dilemma here. What the heck is going on? Came up there. Why is it not coming up? Huh. Well, that's really annoying. Well, let me try something. Okay, it's working there. That would be why I'm having so much trouble. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna have Twitch issues again, so... Alright, again, folks, this will be up on YouTube here shortly. But I apologize to you folks over at Twitch for the up and down. So, anyway, let's continue on. So, you know, while you're on the YouTube video, at least it should be uninterrupted. So, good Lord, I don't get this. So, for now, you know what? Let's just, because it's kind of aggravating, let me just switch into music. Alright, folks. Aggravating as can be, but we continue on. Sorry for the couple ins and outs here of Twitch. I don't know what's causing it, folks. Some days it runs just lickety-split, no drops, no nothing, and other days, holy crap. And this is one of those holy crap days. So, welcome back. I hope you all enjoy my moderator screen. Oh, there, it finally came back. Yeah, this is just so frustrating the last couple of days. Wondering if I'm going to be streaming this plane much. So, 7 videos yesterday created on Twitch just to get from New York to San Francisco, and we only already 2 videos created to get to Kaitak. And that was only an hour and a half away. So, welcome in, folks. Thank you all for loitering in the chat area. Hope you all have a great day. And we're going to try our best here to make a good approach in there. Like I said, don't be surprised if I turn the weather off. According to everything I'm seeing, looks like we may have a pretty rough day. It's already rough. Or another more rough into the area with rain and thunderstorms. Granted, the SIG is just north of our airport, but that'll be close enough to cause us trouble. So, welcome back. Hope you enjoy flying with Mike. Hit that follow button if you would, please. Love to have you on future flights as we try to troubleshoot and figure out why OBS 29.1.1 is such a pain in the rump. Along with this aircraft, I can run tolless in the 60s, but I can only eke out 30 in this one. I don't get it. I've never understood frame rates though in flight sims, why they vary so much between plane and plane. Because tolless has so much added into it. This plane, well, just didn't have back then. So, but it's still great to see what they packed into this thing, folks. And please don't take that to say I don't recommend this plane, because I highly recommend this plane. It is a working man's plane. You're one guy doing the job of 3. There are no auto flight engineers, auto first officers. It's you. So, enjoy the ride. I am going to start setting up some VORs for the approach to help us in here. 1230 is the first one. That is CH. I want to be below 5,000 feet at that point. So, and then you know, I've actually never used the NDBs here. We're gonna have to here. All right. All right, 236. Then RW 77. All right, so we've got the radios pretty much dialed in. Now it's just going to be a matter of getting there. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, about halfway to CH we'll start our descent. Let me take a look at that. What's the altitude there? Forecasting 10,000 will, oh, that's because we're going, again, the reason these altitudes are so far off, let's set it right. 5,000. All right, so now we're 171 out. Okay, the reason they're off, again, remember folks, it's the flight sim itself does not recognize high-tech. Now, we have a scenery, we have a runway, we have all of that. Well, hopefully it all works still. Been a while since we flew in here. I think it was back in February. So it should all be good. But we're gonna have to work this the old-fashioned way. So and then also deal with the disconnects that are occurring with OBS at a regular pace now. So I don't know, and it seems to be this airplane likes to really kick them out. So we're now on video 4, I think it is, in an hour, which is unbelievable. And I'm not getting any error messages saying something's overloaded or anything. So it just mind boggles me what's going on with OBS. So to a point where I don't know what I'm going to do after this, folks. So, but anyway, I thank you for being a part. I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer or Debbie Downer, and just going to keep going on, and you all can enjoy this on the YouTube when we get it over there and enjoy the ride in. But right now, with the way OBS is and the way things are going, it's problematic at best. Hopefully it won't have 20 streams by the time it is through its thing. So, but hey. So we're through that weather, and still, how are we from CH? Are we even still probably a good 270 miles out? So folks, enjoy. It's Friday. I am not letting this get to me. We're just going to fly on, and we'll make business decisions as needed after the flight. Offline and make the call that way. So, all right, so we'll press on. I am, though, going to go ahead and start filling in the blanks here so that we're ready for whatever comes our way. Load sheet. Airport is, let's make sure. Okay, runway length. Really? You're gonna do it only in meters? Oh my goodness. Alright, hang on folks. Gotta get a converter up here. Oh my gosh. 3392. Okay, so we're looking at 11,000. With 100, airport elevation I think is 13 feet, unless they did that in meters too. Alright, what's the heading on this? This is the only sucky thing when you're dealing with an airport that is no longer in. 136. Slope. Even though if Sim Toolkit recognized it, but we're going to try our best. Yep. Significant changes here. What the? Oh boy. Chalk it up, folks. Welcome to flying to an airport that no longer exists. Wow. Holy mackerel. Oh boy. Okay, so Hong Kong is winds showing 120 at 4. And I'm just getting told our internet has gone down. Yet we just got notified by them. It's been corrected. Gotta love the Spectrum people. Love to hate them. Yep. Gotta just 10. What is 1008? Let's find out. All right, 1008. 2977. And this is the thing I don't like, folks, trying to convert some of this over. We'll leave that. That should all be good. Again, load sheet. So there's our initial assessment. I don't know what number now to go on for this, folks. I'm getting told it was a 9,000 foot runway, but yet the chart here shows it at 3,300 feet. One way. So, yeah, find out something for the missus. So, all right, folks. So, yeah, we're just blazing along. This could be interesting. Oh, the internet just went down here and back up. Gotta love it. And they sent us an email saying it was corrected. If you have any choice out there, folks, other than Spectrum, take it. They got a long way to prove to me they're worth anything. Problem is, when you have a monopoly, this is what you get. Anyone else have a monopoly, the government gets all pissy with, not the cable boats. Cable and power can do as they please, because they're not going to piss with it. Probably because they have so much money invested to them. They make things for themselves to make more money off of us. So, but anyway, that's as far as I want to go down political roads with this, folks. Spectrum has got me so ticked off I don't even want to. So, There's reasons why they change their names, because they suck. They don't want you to remember who they were before. And it happened in the trucking world the same way, so I'm very well aware. There are companies out there that went through different paint schemes, different names, different this, different that, so you didn't know it was the same worthless company prior to it. Not a new thing. Alright, so we are blasting on, and that's my way of trying to stay away so I keep the fluster out of the stream as much as possible. 45 minutes into it, folks, and we should. Now we still got to get past Noman, and then we can start down. So enjoy the music, folks. I do not want to rain on your Friday, even though it might rain on ours here in St. Louis. But I want you all to have a great weekend, a great time, and hopefully enjoy this run into Kitech. Okay, we just crossed Noman. We are aiming for CH now. On the screen, DME1. Alright. TD is going to be used here. Set us up for the runway, and that is 115. 115.5. Okay, and that course is 35. And I went the wrong way, folks. Bear with me. Alright, so to be 45 off of CH. And then we're going to work to where we pass Stonecutters and we'll begin making our turn for the runway. See if we actually, I can't remember if the checkerboard was in this scenery from X-Plane 11 or not. Can't remember, so we're going to find that out too. Okay, we're looking good on the fuel burn down. Give you an idea what this approach looked like. Those of you familiar with Hong Kong, this will look very similar to that approach, except obviously to a different location. Hong Kong International's right here. But it's very similar, except we go out past the island and turn in. So, unfortunately, you got to have the localizer, a lot of things we don't have. Now, somebody could create that scenery. I just don't know what it would take to add that all in here. Well, here's the visual for it, folks. Wow. I don't think I have that up. Nope. So, we'll see what's going on. I gotta fix something. I just noticed it because I used it to figure out what the barometric pressure was. There we go. I'm like, why is that off? I had to figure it out for here. I know, we Americans just have to be different. Alright folks, well again, my apologies for all the Twitch disconnects, all the internet issues we have. Like I said, once we get on the ground, we'll make business decisions how we move on. Yesterday's flight was extremely frustrating. Today's is getting right up there, and it is, good Lord, 3 times shorter. So, oh well. Welcome to flight simming and streaming. Okay, I said about 110 we'll start our descent to get below 5,000 feet by CH. I'm going to take a look at that visual. So 4,500 feet at CH. Okay, that's what we're going to aim for. So about 110 miles out. All right, just looking at what some other guys have going on. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking at what Spyflight's doing today. Oh my goodness, this route. Europe just, you know, sometimes I just go, what? And he's only going 379 kilometers, 200 miles. And yet his flight plan is twice the length of mine. Oh well. Again, it's the differences of airspace, folks. It's just one of those things. Wow. You just really have to sometimes shake your head at. But it is how it is. You know, you got to do it. But it's just, wow. It'd be analogous from going Dulles to JFK, LaGuardia, maybe Boston at the furthest. And there isn't that many airways, and there is half as many airways, if even that, to get there. Holy mackerel. That's why Europe, folks, when I fly over there, it's usually a company route. Because it's just, oh my God. It's like planning from Hong Kong to the U.S., but you only do it 200 miles in Europe. So, and so, but yeah, I do recommend this plane, folks. I was about ready to say something against it, but I'm not. I highly, folks, this plane is really well done. It's OBS and my internet that's not. Maybe even Twitch. Don't know the whole what's going on with OBS. There's always that little element too. But it's your problem, not theirs. Work the call center. I know that one. That's kind of why I'm not working a call center. They are very sheepish. Oh, it's never our system, it's yours. So, anyway. All right, we're 120 miles out. You know what that means, folks. Time to start setting up. Boy, is this going to be interesting. Okay, so we got that set. Again, here, I'm going to go ahead and pull this chart up real quick. All right, this is really how we're going to fly it as a visual. All right. Do a kind of a quick look. This is compliments of IVAO, by the way, as you see up here in the link, if you see it. We're going to come over CH, go out on a heading of 45 at about 5 to 7 miles. We're going to shift to a more direct stonecutters, hopefully. Okay, let me say that. Hopefully my gauges will be showing this. And then I'll come off INS. But we're going to basically hit stonecutters, and as you see on the chart, we're going to begin that turn for the runway. The checkerboard is up out midway on a mountain, and you kind of aim for it, and then you rotate in, and I don't remember the DME on the actual IGS approach. Then you line up for the runway. Simple, right? It's kind of like if you've ever seen the movie Space Cowboys. Just push it down. Right as you get to the end, pull her back and land her. So, that's what we're going to kind of do here, folks. Hopefully. Alright, so hope y'all are enjoying. I'm trying to keep it upbeat with all the going on in the background, folks, really. So, I think we have all of this set up to do what you see on the screen. Now you see it? No, you don't. Wait a minute, you know what? Let me look at that chart offline. Does it maybe tell me what? Does it? Okay, so cloud ceiling cannot be less than 4,500 feet, nor can the this is expected. Okay, nor can the visibility be less than 9 kilometers. Okay. According to everything I've got here, folks, I think we're okay in all counts. We got well over, well, we're only a few clouds at 1,500 feet. So literally we could kind of watch, see how this transpires. We need to start down. Okay, so we're going to switch. Here we go down. We're a little late. I'm going to push it a little past 2,000. And That looks good for now. We'll kind of keep an eyeball on this. Let's see how we look here. Yeah, we're a little late, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. All right, folks, so here we go. We are on the arrival. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and kill the music. Sorry about that. Missed it. And let's do it, folks. All right, descent procedures. We've got our speeds. Let's go ahead and set the bugs. Actually, let's just come over here. Flaps 30, load sheet looks good. 29, make sure our numbers are still in the ballpark. 29, 1007. And 200, now 204. Okay, so we're going to eat up about 6,200 feet of runway. All right, so let's go up here, set that. My bad. I'll let them up now. And set speeds. Okay. So these are our flap speeds, folks. Flaps up. We're clean to 235. Flaps 1 at 215. We need to get some speed brakes in. Yeah, see how the frame rates now are starting to go wonky on us? Yeah. I think it's a good thing we stayed offline. Wow, we actually got in the 40s now. Like I said, I don't understand this thing with frame rates, folks. It just makes zero sense to me. Like I said, Tolus would be in the 60s right now. Not this plane. And that's streaming, by the way. There was a guy at Tolus yesterday, or a Felix, that said, well, it might be your streaming causing the frame rate issue. No. Tolus, I could be in the 60s. Okay, let's get this thing down. We're at 290, locked in speed. Transition level. They have to look that up at the... You have a transition level showing anywhere? Gonna go, oh, there it is, 11, let's go with 11,000. Okay, so here's the visuals, folks. We're gonna kind of see. Let's get a look outside. Actually, we're gonna head up to the nose here. And to hit that button, look at that wall of clouds over there, folks. One thing I've heard coming down the pike with X-Plane 12 is with version 12.06, they're going to be doing some things with the clouds. The pyramids we see, which that's not them. Let me see. They've got something they think they've got to where that may not appear anymore, and the introduction of cirrus clouds. That one I am very interested in. That ought to be interesting. Let's see. Oh, I don't see any pyramids. That's a pretty good wall of cloud, though. So, all right, folks. So we're through 23. We are 49 miles out. All right, let's see what's going to go wrong here. Okay, so I go there, go there. Actually, I could have put these in there. Dadgummit, I didn't. Oh, well. All right, so we're going to give it our best, folks. Don't think right now I'm going to need to kill the clouds, but we'll see. As I approach CH and make the turn, I'll make the call. So again, hope you have a great weekend lined up, folks. Like I said, I work tomorrow. Justy, welcome back. All of the above, I can say, no, sir. Let's see. We'll get this down to there. And this one's 77. Oop. This I can't set. That won't help. But I can get those reserve tanks going. And no, I'm just a little on the frustrated side between disconnects with OBS and problems with our internet and frame rate issues. So, but I am going to stay upbeat and enjoy this run into Kaitak. Now, I think you hit me with that once before. The pressure altitude in the aircraft. Is that all there is to it? Because that pressure thing won't go down to 0. So, let me take a look. Let's see. I've got the pressure here. I think this will go down that low. Let's find out. And that's as low as I can get it there. The white scale on the field altimeter.
18,000 feet.
Gotcha. So that would be like right there. Cool. I didn't know that. You hit me with that once before. All right, 18,000. Let's see what the checklist calls for at this point. I'm not going to run it till we get a lot closer. Takeoff. Checklist. Seatbelts, anti-ice, exterior lights, auto brakes. I did set those, right? Yes. INS switch will stay. Spoilers will arm later. Speed brakes and panels. Fuel heat will be good till we get below 11,000. Cool. Ooh. I know one I forgot. Doink. The only reason I run with the engine ice, and it could just be a turboprop thing in my mind, is rain. And the fact that it helps expel any hail or anything that I might go in. But if we're going to clear the weather, you know, I'm not going to need that. And I think we're set other than the spoilers and the rest of it. So we'll hold till we get to CH. Oops, CH. CH is 19 miles. Are we going to make it? Yes, we are. Let's go ahead and start slowing her down. And that will require spoilers. Okay, so with the jets, that's not really going to expel FOD like the turboprops is one of the other things they use them for, hail and stuff like that. Okay, so there's 11. I'd kick these lights on early. Get. And while I'm at it,
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
all right, we're to probably miss our mark. 6,010 feet.
10,000.
Don't pick that, but we're shooting for 2,000.
10,000 feet.
Okay. All right, let's run it.
Approach checklist, please.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Medium.
Radio INS switches.
Damn.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Spoilers.
Hold on.
Altimeters.
1008. Set and cross-check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. This. Off. EPR computer. Go around. Cabin altitude. Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Approach checklist completed.
Flaps 1. Flaps 5.
All right, I am going to keep it very fast.
Level off.
By the way, I think that's the airport right there. So we're going to keep the weather as is. It looks like it's going to play nice. Gear down.
Flaps 10.
Chart. I need my chart.
2,500.
Gears down.
Gear down.
Green light.
Why do I feel like I'm out of position? I don't. There's where the checkerboard would be, right about where the tree line is. See it?
Flaps 30.
And all of this, folks, was slums.
Terrain.
1,000.
1,000.
Is it a good thing for the pilot to say brace, brace, brace now?
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. 500. Pull up. Pull up. 400. Pull up. Pull up. 300. Pull up.
Approaching.
200. Pull up. Pull up. 100. 50.
40.
40.
30.
30.
20.
20.
10.
10.
Check reverse. Auto brake off. knots. Out, off, reverse.
Alright, that was another crappy approach. Oh well. Not the greatest scenery, but it was made for X-Plane 11, folks. But added to the Hong Kong increased scenery that X-Plane 12 did, looks pretty good. Just that loose nut behind the wheel flying it didn't do a great job, but he got it on the ground. Forgot I had the spoilers up. Now that's what kind of helped get us to the right speed. But yeah, I mean, it's, get the flight directors off. And Apu started. A little fast for Hey, you're welcome there, Joss 777. Thank you for the help you gave and reminding me of a few things. Everything that I always forget. You have a great night, sir. All right, auto brakes can go off. That's up here.
Cabin crew, disarm slides.
Get back over. Now, the fun thing here, folks, this is now a mall, from what I understand, or is in the works of becoming something like that, or a whole bunch of things. And we can turn that off too. All right, so we'll go back up here, crank up the APU. I gotta say, at least just D777 came in with some information I did not somehow see. And glad he showed me that. I did not know that's how you set your altitudes. Hour and, let's see, it'd be better from over here. This hour and 30 minutes, folks. We've been flying. And we'll see how many videos have been created on this flight. What we'll do, though, if we're able to, folks. Yesterday we tried to do a replay and it crashed to desktop. We'll try again today, and I'll try to point out I think that's it right there, the checkerboard. Not very. Thought it actually was down here, to be totally honest. But it's up here, or at least that's where this scenery rendered it. But yeah, just aim at that point, turn your way in, and I was, like I said, high and all of that, ate up more runway than I wanted to, and I am kind of curious how Sim Toolkit's gonna do all of this. But X-Plane's enhancements here are unreal, and they really look good. I don't want to have to turn things down to be able to fly this plane on X-Plane 12, because that's part of why we want these, is the airports they bring. This being one of them. It's a shame it's not default in any sense. But right there, folks, if you put that route in, you'll get an idea of what we flew to get here.
After landing checklist.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Body gear steering.
Yeah, I know. To get that on. Makes it turn a lot better, folks.
Arm.
Outer brakes.
Off.
Ignition.
Off.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Off.
Radar and transponder.
I know. I forgot those. those folks.
Stand by.
Flaps.
Up.
Spoilers.
Down.
Stabilizer trim.
Hold on. Seven units.
Outflow valves. Open. Pressurization mode selector. Manual. Aft cargo heat. Let's see.
A little bit more concerned with getting her into the gate right now. And then we'll go through it all. All right. What did we hang on? Aft cargo.
Off. APU. Check. Checklist completed.
Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks on.
Okay. We are in the block, sir. We will get this thing shut down and go from there.
Chocks are on.
Okay. And I always forget to turn these off. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was looking at something else.
Cabin ready.
Okay. Let's go ahead, shut the engines down. And welcome to Hong Kong, folks. Serious? Thought I had a working bridge last time. Oh, man. Oh well. Anyway, that's okay. All right, beacon's off. We're here. Let's see if Mac Air will stop. And let's see. I'm just wanting to see what they recorded us in at. We're today. Didn't catch it quick enough. All right. Where is the landing data? "200 feet per minute" they recorded us at. All right, that's a good run, folks. Again, welcome to Kaitak. Hope I mean, it is what it's going to be, folks. The stream is the stream. I mean, we can't, they aren't going to let me control it. Obviously, it should be, but you know, hey. So let's get some toolkit up here, shall we? Sim Toolkit recorded us, and you saw that at 289 ounce. That's not bad for the kind of an approach we did. Here's the route, the details. Okay, so 1G, 289, 157, way fast. I'll just tell you right now, folks, that's way fast. Well, you know, we did what we had to do. And this is what GuyTAC looks like today. Yeah, can't you see the runway and the terminal and all that? Like I said, folks, I don't know what it was gonna show. That's kind of funny, but like I said, I've heard it's anything from a mall to shipping interests to a lot of things it can be. So, but important to us is we landed 2,500 feet down from the threshold. They are calling it a 9,400 foot runway. Why it says 3,300 on that chart, I have no idea. We came in at 157 knots, way fast. We should have been, we'll look at it here in a second. I think it was like 134, somewhere around in there. But we'll take it, folks, right down the center line. We were only, we were 46 feet right. But again, this is add-on scenery, so I don't know relationally where that actually transpired. By the way, if you were curious, that's where the threshold is, way back here in this pit, and this is where we touched down. Surprise, Hong Kong! We came into an old airport. Kind of fun. All right, folks. All kidding aside, let's push this out, shall we? Let's see if it will let us this time. Again, I give it every chance in the world by removing the chocks.
Remove the chocks.
Got all the doors closed. I really hope to replay this, folks.
Chocks removed.
So I really would like to be able to better show you the scenery. Maybe. Where are we? Okay, we'll take it from here. Hey, Maestro, could you find us some pretty good music? Oh yeah, we're on the approach. Alright, folks, I think I was in a little tight here. This is where they're showing it. I think in most videos it's like down here. But that is the famed checkerboard, which really in real life looked like a checkerboard. Here, but anyway, continue to watch the arrival. Yeah, 135 is what we should have been. We're up in the 160s at this point. touchdown zone right there. But we're in the landing area, hovering and floating. Somebody's got to mark it up down here. And there we go, folks. You know, overall, not a bad arrival. Now you see why the other problem. Yeah, you're coming over pretty close to the top of these houses. Folks, that was really not a bad, other than being high and fast, that was really not all that bad. Time, and then we're going to wrap things up for today, folks. I want to thank you all for being a part, putting up with the OBS crap, and trying to make flying with Mike enjoyable as can be. This is about a horrible view. Here, let's bring it in. Like I said, if I could have just been a little lower, a little slower, this would have been a picture-perfect arrival. All right, folks, thanks for flying with Mike. It has been my honor, my pleasure. Let's back it up from there just a smidge. See how we actually did flare it otherwise. Folks, that was a blast as always going into Kai Town. We're back at the gate, back at the terminal. Let you all get a nice look at Hong Kong scene. Folks, it's a pleasure flying with you. I don't know what our next stream is right now. Maybe Monday, we'll see. We got some things to work out. We'll see what we can do. Be watching for the schedule, and see you then. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you again. God bless you all. Have a great weekend.